Hello traders and welcome to the market opening preview on a hump day, Wednesday, September 2nd, 2015. Traders, great to be with you. Coming to you live from Pattaya, Thailand. Bright blue sunny skies, white sandy beaches, people walking around already early this morning. It is absolutely gorgeous outside. I have to be honest with you. Traders, this is brought to you through FXCL Excellence in Trading. Please come visit us at fxclearing.com for your trading solutions. Today's going to talk about some news and look at some 6 currency pairs with commentary, analysis, and trade plans. So let's get started. Let me introduce myself to you. My name is William Gilday. I am your moderator for the Market Opening Preview Series that is done every single day before the London Open. Traders, I will tell you that I record this most of the time, I'd say 99% of the time, in the Asia session. Traders, I started trading in the year of 2006 and 2008. I retired from a wonderful 27-year career as a firefighter paramedic out of the great state of Florida. Traders, well, I came to Thailand 9 days later for a 3-month vacation, and well, it's 8 years later, and I'm still here. Oops, sorry about that. That's my news feed. Yeah, so absolutely loving Asia, and it's great time zone to trade. It's basically a normal work day. It's just like going to work. Go to work in the morning, finish at night. I can actually trade all 3 trading sessions. I will be honest, you can only get about 2 to 3 hours of New York as it gets up to that 11 o'clock time, and I'm pretty shot by then. And no, I do not sit in front of my computers all that time. I get a lot of breaks, hour here, 2 hours here, you know, go out for dinner, whatever. Yeah, I get breaks, so it's not like I sit there from 7 in the morning till 11 at night. No, that doesn't happen. So when I trade, you know, I'm always looking at fundamentals and technicals and looking at charts and chart patterns, and I'm looking for opportunities with probabilities on my side to be successful in the trades that I enter into. And traders, you know, I get a lot of emails from traders and people talk to me on you know, different forums and stuff, and you know, it seems like a lot of traders are gun shy. Just take the trade. Just lower your lot size if you're not sure, but you got to trade. You got to pull the trigger. You can't win if you don't pull the trigger, right? All right, that's enough of me. Let's go on to the legal stuff. Forex trading has large potential rewards, but also large potential risk. You must be aware of the risks and be willing to accept them in order to invest in the Forex markets. Traders, most importantly, please do not trade with money you cannot afford to lose. Traders, always remember that past performance of any trading system or methodology is not necessarily indicative of future results. All right, let's talk about some news and commentary. Let's look at the indices. The US 30 closed negative 2.84%. The S&P 500 closed negative 2.96%. The NASDAQ closed negative 2.94%. And the small cap 2000 closed 2.42%. What is going on in these markets? All red in the Eurozone. The DAX negative 2.38%. The FTSE 100 negative 3.03%. The CAC 40 negative 2.40%. The Euro Stoxx 50 out of Frankfurt is negative 2.47%. Wow, everybody in the red, no green at all. Okay, let's move over to Asia, and remember these countries are currently trading, and the only one that's in the green is the Nikkei 225 is up positive 0.68%. The S&P ASX 200 out of Australia, which had data this morning, it wasn't good data, but not a lot of movement in as far as the charts go. I was watching the data release and the charts, and not much going on there. But they are negative 1.20%. The Shanghai is negative 4.39%. The Hang Seng is negative 1.08%. And the Kospi out of Seoul is negative 0.32%. So that gives you an idea of what's going on in the indices, who's open, who's closed, and what is going on with that situation. Doesn't look good to me. Let's take a look at our economic calendar. Pretty not too bad today. Like I said, we did have GDP quarter on quarter come out of Australia. It was a bad number. It didn't come out good. 90 minutes after the European session opens, we do have construction PMI. That is a market mover. In the New York session, we have ADP, non-farm employment change, and they're expecting 204K. Previous was 185. And that wraps up our Wednesday as far as data goes. So we have like um, one in each session. It looks like one piece of data that we need to watch out in each session. There's some medium impact news stuff. We have Spanish unemployment change. We have labor costs out of the U.S., factory orders out of the U.S., crude inventories as we get every Wednesday, which I'm sure our oil traders will be interested in on that. And that's about it. Tomorrow in Asia, however, we do have retail sales month on month and trade balance. So Asia should be hopping tomorrow. So we'll be watching the Aussie as that data comes out. All right, traders, we're going to take a look at some currency charts. These are 30-minute charts, and that means that each candle on the chart is 30 minutes in duration. The euro is bearish, folks. It had an update yesterday, but it is bearish. We're in a perfect spot to sell this. The snooze is out. You know what? If you can get a bearish candle, get in this thing and just sell it. There's no reason to wait. Just sell it. This is bearish. If you want to be cautious, conservative, of course, you can always wait for the London Open and then take it there. But, man, sell this thing. Had an update yesterday, then came back down at the beginning of Asia, and the end of New York and then the beginning of Asia came back down. But this is bearish, folks. I know it doesn't look it, but it is. If you expand this chart out, you can see, especially on the daily chart, the euro dollar is definitely in a bearish mode at the moment. All right, let's take a look at our pound. Our pound has been doing really well to the downside. Really nice stair step. And if you look left of the chart, nice move, went sideways, came up, right? Give us an update. Went sideways, what does it do? Boom, comes back down again. So I'm looking for this to come back up to the daily pivot point. You can also see that that's a resistance line there, that yellow line, at 1.5340, and that's a 30% Fibonacci, 38.2% Fibonacci level. And we want to take this at 5340. We'll take this to the downside, and we're just going to take it to support at 1.5299. Nice 40 pip trade if it works. But we do need this to pull back, and this is definitely a London Open wait. I wouldn't even think about entering this trade until it pulls back. All right, let's take a look at the Aussie. The Aussie we know is bearish. We know the Aussie is bearish. This chart was taken before the data came out, so it's got a red candle right now. The last I looked, but we're looking for the pullback to the daily. To the 50% Fibonacci level, which is that yellow line, which is resistance, and that's at 70.80. I'm not too concerned about this daily pivot point on the way back down. I know we're going to get a bounce there. I know it's going to mess around there, but I'm expecting that to break through there and continue down to the 70.08 price level, and we can get some nice pips out of this. This can really be a nice 70 pip trade today. But I never want to buy the Aussie dollar. Always looking to sell it. Let's take a look at the Euro Aussie. The Euro Aussie's done its thing again. Started to come on the up move today, so we have an up move now. However, this is coming down to support at this daily pivot point. Listen, folks, this can break right through this and just keep on going down to the daily S1 where it's got more of a support area here. However, let's see if we can get it at 59.94 and we'll go up to 61.05. It's almost a 100 pip trade there. So, this is a good trade if it works, right? We just need it to work. And we'll get in this bad boy and go for it. So we're just waiting for this to get down to this daily pivot point, give us a bullish candlestick formation with confirmation and go up. Remember, traders, always, always, always look at your higher time frame charts. See what is in front of you. Make sure you're not coming up to bad areas. You have to look at higher time frame charts. Unfortunately, I can only look at one. I can only do a video with one time frame, and I'm doing the video which is where I would want to enter into a trade. But I haven't looked at daily charts or 1 hour charts, and they're very important to look at before you enter a trade. You can be going into a freight train coming right at you if you don't watch it. So always go to your higher time frame charts. Take a look at the euro yen. It's still bearish. It's still a bearish pair. So I want this to pull back up to this 200. I don't know if it's going to happen or not. So, but I'd like it to pull back to the 135.83. We'll get out at 135.32. Nice 50 pip trade. Now, there's a couple of things that can happen here. What happens if it doesn't pull back? Yeah, well, we're coming up to a support area, so I'm hoping we're going to get the bounce and it'll come back up. If it doesn't pull back and breaks through the daily pivot and gives it a retest, well, now that daily pivot comes resistance and we can sell it down to the yellow support line down here. So you do have options in this trade that you can, if this decides just to continue the down move, breaks through, gives you a retest of this daily pivot, and then just take it down to this 134.65 area. So, you know, there's basically two trade plans to sell this, but I'm thinking it's going to pull back, and then we'll get our trade and go for it. And that's what it looks like is going to happen with the euro yen. Let's take a look at New Zealand dollar. New Zealand dollar did have a pretty boring day yesterday, really. But the trade plan that we did, I have to say, did work. The only problem with yesterday's trade plan was that it was right at the euro open. And if you weren't sitting in front of your charts when that euro opened, you missed it. And that were these two red candles here. And that was it. This was the trade. Boom, thank you, see you, bye-bye, have a nice day. Okay, so what are we looking at today? Well, you know, price is broken this daily pivot, so now this is support. So let's get up to this R1 pivot. Here's a resistance line. So I took like the middle sort of at 0.6381. We'll get down to 0.6320. You know, it's a nice 60 pip trade if we can get this trade to work. You know, I really don't want this to break down below this pivot and then retest and then take it down. You really don't have enough pips there. And I have not looked at a higher time frame, so I don't know what's going on in the higher time frame levels, but at this point, I need this to pull up and give us a pullback so we can get in this thing. The other thing you might be able to do is you might be able to trend line this. If you go back on this yellow line, go back all the way to where these two big red candles are. See that blue candle, that next one? You might be able to take that wick, and you might be able to get a trend line out of that and do a trend line trade. You know, you have to get creative sometimes, but I think it's going to pull. I think it's going to head up to this all-in-one. We'll see. It's but it's definitely bearish. So, you know, I have one monitor, folks. I just got a little Toshiba notepad. I have one monitor, and all that's on that monitor is the dollar index, and that's all I watch. So when I get in these pairs, especially the dollar pairs, I want to know, is the dollar strong or is the dollar weak? Okay. Traders, that wraps up our 6 currency pairs. On behalf of myself, William Gilday, and our great friends at FXCL Excellence in Trading, please come visit our site at fxclearing.com for your trading solutions. Traders, have a great trading day and grab those pips. Traders, speak to you next time. Have a great day. See you now.